Good morning, children. Last class we have seen about electric motor, their working principle. In this class we are going to see about electromagnetic induction. So what is meant by electromagnetic induction? The production of electricity from magnetism is called electromagnetic induction. Okay, so the production of electricity by the help of magnets is called as electromagnetic induction. Current can be induced by two ways. They are by moving conducting wire inside a fixed magnetic field and by keeping wire or the conductor fixed and change poles of magnet. Okay, so by the electromagnetic induction, current can be induced in two ways. They are by moving the conducting wire. The conductor consists of the wire. By moving the conducting wire we can produce current, or by keeping the wire fixed and by changing the poles of magnet we can produce the current. These are the two ways by which the electromagnetic induction occurs. So, discovery of electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction was discovered by the scientist called Michael Faraday. So, discovery of electromagnetic induction helped in generation of electric generators which supply electricity to our homes. Okay, so the discovery of electromagnetic induction by Michael Faraday helped in generation of electric generators which will supply electricity to our home. Now, what is meant by induced current? Current produced by electromagnetic induction is called induced current. So, the current produced by electromagnetic induction is called induced current. So, induced current can be produced by moving wire or by changing the poles of the magnet. Okay, understood, children? So, current produced by electromagnetic induction. So, induced current can be produced by moving the conducting wire or by changing the poles of the magnet. Now, direction of induced current. It can be found with the help of Fleming's right hand rule. So, in last class we have seen the direction of force of the conductor by using Fleming's left hand rule. So, the direction of induced current can be found with the help of Fleming's right hand rule. So, let us see what is meant by Fleming's right hand rule. So, according to Fleming's right hand rule, we should keep our thumb and index finger, middle finger perpendicular to each other. Okay, so we should keep how you can see in the picture. So, we should keep our thumb and index finger then middle finger in the perpendicular direction. Okay, so perpendicular to each other. Then thumb. So thumb represent the direction of motion of conductor and index represent direction of magnetic field and middle finger represent the direction of induced current. Okay, so the thumb that is which is moving upward, which will represent the direction of motion of conductor. Then index finger will represent the magnetic field produced in the conductor. Then middle finger will represent the direction of induced current. Understood, children? So this is very important 3-mark question. So once again we will repeat that according to Fleming's right hand rule, we have to keep the finger in a perpendicular to each other, and thumb represent direction of motion of the conductor. Then index finger, it will represent the magnetic field of the conductor, and the middle finger will represent the direction of induced current. Understood, children? Now, how we can measure the current in the conductor when there is a electromagnetic induction? So, current is measured with the help of device called galvanometer. In the picture you can see the device galvanometer. Okay, so the current which is produced due to electromagnetic induction can be measured with the help of device called galvanometer. Now we can see the two activities which has given in your reader. So first activity is electromagnetic induction with changing the poles of the magnet. For this we have to take a coil of wire which is having large number of turns. We should connect it to a galvanometer. So there is no battery attached to the circuit. Okay, so only galvanometer can show the current. Okay, current, whether there is a passage of current or not. Okay, first we should take a coil of wire which is having large number of turns and connect it to a galvanometer and bring strong magnet near the wire. Slowly move it towards outside of wire. So here you can see the coil of wire which is having large number of turns, which is connected with the galvanometer. Now we are bringing a strong magnet near the wire. Slowly we have to move it towards the outside of wire. Okay, outside of wire. Now what we can observe, deflection in galvanometer can be observed. Okay, we can notice deflection of galvanometer when we are moving the magnet outside towards the wire. Okay, now this is because this is because movement of magnet has created an electric current. Okay, so when we are moving the magnet towards the wire, there will be a production of electric current. Okay, now stop moving magnet. So when we are stop moving the magnet, the deflection in the galvanometer also stops, and it will also stop the generation of current which is produced by the changing the poles of magnet. Understood, children? So this is the one of the activity which shows that electromagnetic induction by changing the poles of the magnet. When the magnet is brought near to the conductor and the movement of magnet has created an electric current. Okay, when we are stop moving magnet, the deflection in galvanometer also stops and the production of current also stops. Understood, children? Now start moving magnet in opposite direction. So when we are moving the magnet towards opposite direction, galvanometer again deflects in opposite direction. This shows that direction of movement of magnets affects the direction of movement in electric current. So when we are moving towards outside of the wire, there is a deflection, and when we are moving again into the opposite direction, there is a deflection in the galvanometer, which shows that the direction of movement of magnet affects the direction of movement in electric current. So now we are going to see one more activity which shows the induced current by movement of wire. Here you can see the picture. So electric current or induced current by movement of wire. For this, first we have to make a circuit. Okay, here in the first picture you can see we have to make a circuit by attaching the wire to the galvanometer. Okay, just you have to take a metal wire and attach the metal wire with the galvanometer. Now we should take the magnet, okay, that horseshoe magnet, and put the wire between the poles of the horseshoe magnet. Okay, here you can see two poles, north pole, south pole. So between the north and south poles of the magnet, we have to just put the wire in between the poles of the magnet. Okay, so now the currently the wire is not moving, so there is no current and there is no deflection in the galvanometer. You can see the deflection will be in the value of the galvanometer will be 0 when there is no deflection. Okay, so when we are keeping the wire in between the poles of the magnet, we are not moving it, so there is no deflection and no current is induced. But if we move wire upward, okay, here you can see the wire is moved upward, we can see deflection in galvanometer. Okay, see here the deflection you can observe, and the deflection in galvanometer shows that current flows in the conductor. Okay, in the same way, if we move the wire downwards, okay, if we move the wire downwards, we can again see the deflection in galvanometer, but in the opposite side. So current is induced by changing the movement of wire. Understood, children? So first, when the wire is not in movement, there is no production of current, and galvanometer also there is no deflection. When we are moving the wire upward, there is a deflection in the galvanometer which shows the flow of current, and when we are moving the wire toward downwards, also there is a deflection in the galvanometer in opposite direction which shows the flow of current. Okay, so we can say that electric current can be induced by the movement of wire. Understood, children? So I hope that you all understand about this topic. If you have any doubt, you can ask children. Thank you.